Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer. Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Mark Millar and John Romita Jr.'s Kick-Ass 3 issue number 3. Guys, just to give you a little update. On Dark Avenger Inc., we are doing Villains Month. We are covering every book over on Dark Avenger Inc. that has to do with the villains. So go ahead and check that out. I'll be doing the Harley Quinn issue this week and also doing a comic book countdown with just villains only. So you can check that out. My alter ego self, Super Superior Mike Spider Slayer Ultra, will be doing those reviews. So if you get a minute, again, check that out. So now on to Kick-Ass issue 3. Kick-Ass 3. Cover here is pretty awesome. Was highly anticipating this particular issue. I feel like the first two issues of Kick-Ass 3 have been kind of on a low. I like the first issue a lot because of, we got to see Dave's where he's been, how he's evolved over the past couple years and whatnot. But we haven't seen too much of Hit Girl. And based off of this cover, you're going to sit here and say, well, you know what? It looks like Hit Girl is going to be in this entire issue, and it's going to be freaking awesome. And it kind of wasn't that way. It started off good, but then it ended up as kind of okay. And there's something missing from this series that I like that is not in this particular series right now, but it was a good read. Artwork is what you can expect here from John Romita Jr. It's always consistent with the way he draws Kick-Ass and his characters, which is fine for Kick-Ass book. I don't like his artwork in anything else. Again, though, he's on this trend about drawing big noses, so I'm kind of like, all right. We got some nudity in this issue too. I mean, hey, why not? Let's not throw that in there. Naked women kind of look like mannequins in the issue, but I'm not really judging the book on that. But again, you get your normal artwork here from John Romita Jr. So what do I think about this story? Well, you already got a little bit that I wish Hit Girl was even more in this issue. But so far in this series, this is the most that you have seen her in so far. So the book starts off as her in solitary confinement. She's basically, all the doctors that are seeing her basically think that she's lost it. It's gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And there's this new doctor in here, and his name is Alex White. And he's sitting there talking with her, and he's saying that oh, you've been having bad dreams and whatnot. And we find out that he's missing his cigarettes. And he's got his cigarettes missing, and, well, Hit Girl's smoking them. And you get to find out that Hit Girl's stopping crime within the prison because there's people doing heroin in there. And she's like, oh, give him a warning because this is my prison. Otherwise, he's going to lose his junk. And you can see that she's taking care of business because there's a dead guy as her inmate in the cell, just sitting there on the can, just bleeding his guts out, which is funny. But after that, though, you really don't see too much of her, and we'll get to that later. You get to see the relationship now between this Valerie chick and Dave growing. They go on their first date. He goes as Kick-Ass. He doesn't really reveal too much of his identity because he's kind of skeptical about who she is and doesn't know if she should trust her. Looks like, as far as I know, she works in the hospital or whatnot. And it was interesting to see a real relationship between him and Valerie there. But I think it could be a setup. I don't know. I'm not sure. That's my suspicion here. As the issue goes along, we find out that, well, this prisoner still decided to do heroin, and Hit Girl wound up having him killed. And she's sitting there drinking whiskey and smoking cigarettes and doing all kinds of stuff. And it's basically she's in control and nobody else is in that jail. And that's kind of the last time you see Hit Girl in this issue, and you kind of wish for more. But then the book also goes on and it talks about Red Mist. He's having this party for his release in prison and whatnot. And there's some dialogue in there too about, about how he needs to stay clean or needs to stay with the family business and he's not doing that super villain crap anymore or whatnot. And then you have, Dave and his Justice Society members or whoever they're called in the series, basically going out and doing this mission to stop these guys that saying that they're not above the law, that they need to go to prison as well. And then there's this big fight at the end of the issue, and what happens is there's explosions and all kinds of stuff that happens. And at the end of the issue, we find out that Kick-Ass winds up escaping and under a car, and that's basically it. So there you have it. I mean, there's a lot to be read here, a lot of dialogue to read. So you guys should read it. Not much of a cliffhanger, in my opinion, on this issue, and it wasn't a jaw dropper. It didn't excite me really. There's what's missing from this series is that Hit Girl and Kick-Ass working together to stop the crime out in the streets, and also the villain aspect of it is missing, I think, as well, with Red Mist and his people. There's no gore, there's no real violence, and I hate saying that, but from Kick-Ass, that's kind of what you expect. And even though you get a little bit of that in here, it's missing, and you're missing that dynamic between Dave and Hit Girl working together. And I think that's really what's missing from the series. It's cool to see Hit Girl, but all she does is just sit in a jail cell, and she's basically rotten. And then Dave is sitting there going out on dates and, you know, doing little things here and there, but nothing yet has developed, and we're 3 issues into this. So I don't see the real plot on what's going on here. We see that maybe Red Mist could come back. We could see that the crime lords might take over. I don't know, but when are they going to bust her out? You know, I would love to see more character interaction here, not with a doctor, but maybe with the inmates, how she gets along with them, things of that nature. And then I want to see Dave go out and try to bust her out, man. That's really what I see. So I'm kind of disappointed with this issue. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great either. So I'm going to give this one a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So guys, tell me what your thoughts are on Kick-Ass 3 issue 3. Are you disappointed? Are you reading it? Did you like this better? Do you like this better than the movie? Again, just give me your thoughts in the comments below. So guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0, and until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.